Before 2025, LEGO hadn't made a Jango Fett minifigure since 2013. Before 2025, LEGO hadn't made a Jango Fett themed set since 2015. But in 2025, LEGO has blessed us, giving us 3 Jango Fett themed sets and 2 unique minifigures, one with arm printing and one without. That is why it is the perfect time to rank every single set that includes Jango Fett from worst to first. There are 10 in total, and this will be including sets that just have the Jango Fett minifigure, so that means that we are including the Jedi Hyperdrive ring, the Advent Calendar, and the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. There are some amazing sets on this list, but as always, there is the good, the bad, and the ugly, starting with the number 9 spot, which I have as the Advent Calendar. This is the 2013 Advent Calendar. It has the Santa Jango Fett and a Micro Jango Fett Slave 1 build. I think as an Advent Calendar, it works quite well. It's got some decent mini builds and a great minifigure lineup for an Advent Calendar, but an Advent Calendar can never really be compared to a real spec, especially the ones on this list. One of, if not the best Advent Calendar of all time, but held back by the fact that it is an Advent Calendar, and one that I cannot put any higher than the number 9 spot on this list. In the number 8 spot, I have probably one of the most ugly sets of all time, and it is the Jango Fett Buildable character from 2000. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if it's exactly 2000, but I do know for a fact that it is the very early 2000s, and this set definitely makes it into the ugly category. The only reason I put it higher than the Advent Calendar is because I can cut it some slack for it being as old as it is, but the entire Technic line of sets just wasn't very good, and this is no exception. A set that I'm sure would be done much better today, but I am happy that they don't remake this set, to be honest. It's not all that great, and the concept just isn't interesting. It's a set where you can just say, at least we tried. In the 7th spot, I have LEGO's second attempt at a Jango Fett buildable character, being the buildable figure from 2015. Now, this was part of a 20 or to 25 set lineup, and this entire lineup was underwhelming, but I do think this was one of the better buildable characters from that lineup. But it's another line of sets that just suffer from it being a part of that line, and it's just overall not very interesting and not very good to collect either. But I definitely like to remember this one as one of the better of the buildable characters. Let me know if a full buildable character ranking is something you'd like to see in the comments down below. In the 6th spot, I have the original Jango Fett Slave 1 from 2002. I think this is an amazing set for the time period, with a couple appropriate minifigures, but it just doesn't hold up to this day. I think the Jango Fett is amazing, I think it's super nostalgic, and it goes for humongous amounts on the aftermarket, but overall this is a very old set that just, again, doesn't hold up in 2025, especially when you compare it to the new one that just released in August of this year. If you got this set in 2002, well done to you, because now this set goes for over £500, and it is a pretty good set for what it is, but not one that I could put higher than the number 5 spot on this list. In the number 5 spot, I have the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid, an amazing set that I think came out during the best year of LEGO Star Wars, but surprisingly, you guys don't agree. So go vote in my polls if you haven't already. Anyway, the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid is a set that I think surprisingly holds up well in 2025. The minifigures are about as good as they can be. Maybe you can argue that there should be a couple extra Battle of the Droids in a £20 set at this caliber. You really shouldn't be getting just the one droid in a droid set and then also have one clone trooper. It should be 2 droids and 1 clone trooper. I don't really have anything noticeably bad to say about this set. I haven't actually got it myself, so I can't really complain too heavily. But judging from the images, it looks like a decent set, and again, I cannot put it any higher than the other sets on this list. The top 4 is where things get a little bit trickier. In the number 4 spot, I have gone with the Jango Fett Starship from 2025. I love that this set is almost a direct recolour of the 2021 Boba Fett Starship variant, but it does have some subtle upgrades, which I really appreciate. The extra minifigure is also greatly appreciated. I think the Camanon is an amazing minifigure. Llama Suit is a minifigure that I think they did very well. I love the exclusive headpiece. I thought they would have just gone with the exact same head mold from 2022 with Torn Wii. Overall, I think this is an incredible set, deserving of the number 4 spot on this list, but again, this is where things get a little bit trickier, as the next 2 sets are all of very similar sort of level sets, in my opinion. In the number 3 spot, I have the Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive ring from 2016. I think this is an incredible set, but surprisingly, it's quite outdated. The Jango Fett minifigure is actually really good, and it has gone up in value by a lot. The young Boba is probably the best version of that minifigure we've ever gotten as well, and the R4 and Obi-Wan minifigures are just about fine. There's not many real places where they could have improved with the actual Hyperdrive ring, but I do like how they did manage to improve the actual Starfighter. The 2016 Starfighter, as seen here, is quite, boring. And in 2022, they did manage to make it a bit better with some subtle upgrades. Again, I don't really know what they could do to make the Hyperdrive better, but I would love to see one in 2026, although unlikely. A new Hyperdrive ring would go amazing with the new Starfighter as well from 2022. Well, I say new, but it's been 3 years now. But overall, this is a really good set, deserving of the number 3 spot on this list, but not quite, although very nearly reaching the number 2 spot. There are 2 sets left, but unsurprisingly, the number 2 spot goes to the Jango Fett helmet. Another 2025 set that matches very well with a previous Boba Fett counterpart, being the Boba Fett helmet from 2020. But again, this has some subtle upgrades, which makes this a better set, and one of, if not the best helmet set of all time. The helmet collection is one that I've always liked, and this set is no different, and I am sure it will look amazing next to the Commander Cody and Commander Rex helmets that I already have in my collection, as Jango Fett is obviously the Clone Trooper template. An amazing set to add to anybody's collection, and deserving of the number 2 spot on this list. Quickly make sure to like and subscribe, and the number 1 spot, the best Jango Fett set of all time, is of course the Jango Fett Starship UCS set. I think this is the best set of 2025, and it's not particularly close, which means that it is the best set on this list, and it is also not particularly close. I yapped about this set for 2 minutes in my ranking of every 2025 LEGO set, which you can check out in my YouTube channel, where once again I had this set as the best of the year. So I'll keep this short, but I think this set is absolutely incredible, by far the best of 2025, and by far the best Jango Fett set of all time. The minifigures are subpar, to be honest. The Jango Fett is perfect, but the young Boba Fett is atrocious, but it doesn't take away from this set being a 9.9 to 10 out of 10. The build is absolutely perfect. There's a few things that they could have done better, but nothing major, nothing that makes it a 9.8. It's still a 9.9 to 10 out of 10 set, in my opinion. An amazing build, a nice upgrade over 2016's UCS Slave 1, and a set that I look forward to adding to my collection in 2026. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more rankings and reviews just like this one. Also, check out my polls. I've done about 10 in the last couple of weeks, and they are all quite interesting. And I'm interested to see what the community thinks are the best of each of these selections of sets. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to go check out my full ranking of every 2025 LEGO set. It is super interesting, in-depth, and it's nearly 25 minutes long. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. Anyway, let me think of this, and thanks for watching. Bye.